Hey guys, Buddy here. I'm just doing a little intro. If you're watching this video, I feel like I need to explain something. Okay, so this video is absolutely super long. What I did this morning, I woke up and I was testing the eSEEK. I had a new Dogtra compass. I had a Garmin. And so I decided this morning what I was going to try to do is take you with me on my full day in the woods, right? So I start in get my dogs, open up the kennel, take them in my truck, and I just tried to document my day and show you a little bit. I found some elk I found in this video that I tried to record, but I guess I had the recorder running. I was kind of disappointed because I had some elk and it had hoof rot, but we already got an hour and a half of video, so you'll save the 3 minutes of elk in the video. But what I want to share is I want to say this video is super long. I'm not editing it. And every time before I picked up a device, I tried to make sure that I recorded it. And so that's why it's long, is because I just recorded my day, my thoughts. When I looked at something, I made sure I was recording what I was looking at. I had to do a screen recording on the Dogtra. So if I wanted to look at the Dogtra map, I tried to set up and do a screen recording, and then I had to talk about what I was looking at. So I don't know how it's going to come out. It could be the longest, boringest video that you've ever seen on YouTube, and YouTube might kick me off. But or it could be you get to go in the woods today and spend every agonizing second that I was testing stuff with. Tried to video the dogs and show a little bit here and there, so maybe it makes it a little bit more enjoyable for you. Let me know, like, comment on it if you do. Like, what does it say? Like and share. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about the shares, but I do like if you got some input for me privately that want to be like, buddy, that was sucked. Let me know. Anyways, just a little preface. Don't beat me up too bad. I'm not a movie star. I could have made short little TikTok edits or whatever, Instagram. I could have done that. I chose not to. We're laying it all on the line, unedited. I'm going to try and log this today. This is going to be the first time I've taken the eSEEK I got with me here. I'm going to take the dogs out. I'm going to play with it a little bit. I try to get maps loaded. I also, hey, I got the new compass from Dogtra I'm going to mess with. So I got, let's see here. I'll flip this around. Maybe. All right, so we got the, hey, back up. Hey, so Andy there, she's got the Pathfinder. Kit drew the short straw for the eSEEK. We did remove the prongs, so there'll be no correction because she's a little cute pup, and then the other dogs will be with us. Come on, guys, let's go. Hey, settle down. All right, so I'm going to try to just do a couple videos here, just some of the experiences I see, but we're going to go get them loaded up, and I'll try to make a little video here, compile these things together, and maybe, I don't know, do something. Maybe, hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. But you'll get to see firsthand what I'm seeing too. I'll wait for that to finish. That was not timed, by the way. I was just getting ready to start my video and the thing started beeping at me. So here I am. I pulled up. I just got to my spot where I'm going to call our dogs up. I got my Garmin collars. I'll just turn them on. They're all flashing yellow. So I want them flashing green before I put them on my dogs. This morning I did put the collars on. I had my Dogtra collar and my eSEEK collar, so you can see I got those guys here. I was gonna take a quick peek at this and just see if they're still tracking. And Pathfinder, I got a question mark on it, so that's kind of weird. It says 62 feet, so it did track it to this point, and why it. So anyways, I can see it might be because it's in the dog box. In fairness, it looks like it's GPS signal, so it is tracking. It says 30 foot near, so it's just a GPS issue, which could be related to my metal dog box. So I'm not gonna freak out about that right now. I'm gonna turn on the eSEEK. Let's see what we got here. It's the first time I'm turning this on here. There we go. Okay, there's my sound. We're gonna clear that. It does look like it did track me, so that's actually good. I got a track going all the way from my house, or actually where I turned the eSEEK on. Anyways, you can't see that thing is way out. That's kind of a little software issue there. Let me see if I can touch it up there. Good. At least I can still get to it. All right, so it does track, and when I zoom in, the mapping is not that great. I'm not going to mess with it yet because I don't want to break it yet, so I want to at least get it on the dog and moving, and then I might... Okay, I want to get it on the dog, and then once we're roading and stuff like that, and I show you that the map's probably not going to be detailed enough for me to be useful, I'll try and change it, but I don't want to change it yet because I don't want to break it too early. So anyways, I'm going to call our dogs up, we're going to road them for a little bit, and I'll take you on my journey. Just for video purposes, I'll just video while I'm calling the dogs up. This is Kit. Hey, Kit, hi. You want to say hi? Say hi to the camera. Oh, hi, Kit. She wears yellow collar. She's the pup. She's the troublemaker right now. Della. No, Della, come here. Here's Della. She's probably not my oldest, but my second oldest. And come here, Andy. Andy likes to eat. She is a hard keeper, man. I feel like I give her 2 kibbles and she fattens up. All right, she gets to wear the Pathfinder today, so she's got the Pathfinder. All right, let's go road them. So I'm gonna clean them out. All right, I don't have a really good mount, but we're gonna try and make the video, at least if it's gonna be long and boring, let's try to make it at least where you can watch some dogs. And yeah, just a dust and a snow, nothing major. We're gonna just hastiness this morning, I forgot Sadie's collar, so I got my Brittany out here with no collar on. If something happens and I lose that dog, you guys will not be seeing me again. I will be dead somewhere. So let's just hope nothing happens to Sadie. I've thought about putting one of these, maybe the Dogtra collar on Sadie, because I kind of trust that collar a little bit more. And then I might switch that over depending on how it does. But I really want to see if I can get that Dogtra collar to just extend out and get some range and use it on the hounds and not the bird dog. But if I get scared, I might switch that collar over, and Sadie's gonna stay close to me, but she's looking for birds right now. So anyways, a little bit of backstory in case you see something happen like that. It wasn't planned. I've dug around my truck and looked for my backup collar, and I did not have the backup collar because I used it in the shop yesterday doing some comparison videos. So I got no spares, I got no backups in my truck. We're rolling live. Okay, I just got up here. I'm gonna stop here and just look at this thing. I normally wouldn't stop, but I've got up to the top. It's tracked us up here, so that's good. It looks like we're up on top. Zoom in on this. So when you zoom out, it looks good. I would need some topo lines here, so I'm going to try now to switch to topo and see what it does. There we go. Look at that. Better than I expected. Better than I expected. Okay, we're still in the game. That's actually better. So now let's load the dogs up. Let's take a look at the Dogtra. There we go. Question mark. What's this here? 36 yards. It said, so it knows it's right here. can't. So it knows the collar's here. There we go. So I got a little question mark up there, which I don't know what that question mark up there means. GPS is down a little bit. I'm guessing that's for the collar. And then this is tone, I'm pretty sure, so I can't push buttons. I'm really scared to push buttons on this. Detail, current speed, distance traveled, 19 miles. I wonder if I can change that. Distance traveled, I can't. Yeah. So I don't, that question mark is kind of, I mean, it's tracking, so it says it's 51 yards, so like the question mark could be a thing. And I'm really nervous about that dog right there. This story is going to be about my anxiety of having my daughter's favorite dog, my family's favorite dog, without a collar up here. And so I can't lose that dog. Anyways, we're going to call it, I'm going to load dogs up, and we're going to jump off of this road and head to another spot. All right, so got a little opportunity here because Andy hasn't come, so I'm going to try to tone. Listen to that. Hear the beeper? Oh, okay. Something's going on in there. Okay. Anyways, Andy's not here. I don't know where she is. It says 58 yards. I don't have quite a direction on this, but I'm gonna see if I can't. It says she's running. I should go to my app, but I'm gonna tone her and see if I can get her back here. Oh, there she is. Well, it tones. Load up. Come on. I ask you guys load up. Come on. Come on, up. In the box. Shelby. Come on. Shelby, in the box. All right. So the next time, what I'll do is on this Pathfinder, I'll do a screen share because it's on my phone, so it's hard for me to record on my phone. I'll turn that down a little bit because I don't want to accidentally. It's on my phone, so looks like it lost a little bit of GPS going in the box. That could be pretty normal. I'm not going to beat them up a little bit. Garmin will do that too. I got an aluminum dog box, you can see. And so sometimes losing GPS is just a name of the game when it goes in the dog box. But it would be helpful to have an arrow or something on this. And so I'm not seeing that when I was trying to look for the dog. Just quickly, she was just over that hill right there. I'll do a screen share, maybe a screen recording next time. I'm playing with that, and to see if maybe I can record my screen on my phone, because to look for a map on the Dogtra, it's on my phone, so it's hard to record that. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this on video. I don't know if it'll do it or not, but anyways, let's get them to load up. I'm gonna get them to rig a little bit. So come on, girls, up, let's go. There's one, there's two. Come on. Good. Up. Let's go. And look, I can see. Check for the legs. Oh, weird. 1, 2. And the kit likes to ride on the tailgate. Waiting for the last one. There she is. All right. Then I got a little stupid. I'm not stupid. Don't tell anybody I said stupid. There she is. Come on, Sadie. Let's go. And she. Hey. No, you go. Girls, go up. Up. Shelby, come on. Sadie, come on, let's go. Right, this is her spot. She gets to ride right there. And then I got everybody up. And I count legs. We're good to go. Let's see what's working. Just making a quick little video to talk about what just happened, because I don't think it recorded video. So there's a screenshot. I took a recording on my Pathfinder app. You know, I figured, well, okay, I'm want to turn on my Pathfinder app, see how it's doing. And what it does in the video, you're going to see that you can tell where I turned it on, and then the tracks start from that point. So although I've been hunting, or not hunting, but I've been out for an hour or so, and I've got tracks all over different places or whatever, with the Pathfinder, it looks like I just started 10 minutes ago on the app. And so I don't know if I got a setting wrong or if it's supposed to do whatever, but my recommendation or my hope would be that the tracks are saved on this, and when I open my map, when I open my app, it's because I'm looking for my dog, and I want you to tell me where the dog has been, because if I don't have the dog anymore and I turn on my app, it would be extremely important for me to be able to have those tracks. So I'll pass this along to Dogtra. You know, this is definitely information that they can hopefully improve with. But I just want to, you know, I did a video there that I don't think it recorded any sound, so I want to explain what that picture I'm looking at is. And I got a stupid dog little chirping off here. You've seen in the video too where it was like bark, bark. It's just that annoying. I got a dog that just chirps. That's not a chirp. That's not a chirp. So let me just keep rolling here for a minute. That was off the box. And I'm gonna look like an idiot here, but we'll probably smelt a coyote or something stupid. But let me flip this camera around. It's not letting me flip around. All right, not letting me flip around here, but I just got the camera flipped around. I don't think we're gonna start anything here, but they definitely smelt something right here, probably a little piss spot or something. But they could be up there, some rocks and stuff, I don't know. But yeah, they like that spot right there. Whatever it is, they like that spot, so we'll let them run around here, and maybe I'll just road them a little bit now and see if maybe it walked this road or something. All right, I'm just roading the dogs down this spot. I got another little bark here on this road. I'm reluctant to video normally time. This is where you either look stupid and you look bad because it's like, oh yeah, you can't get it going. So who knows, this could be an old track. I don't know, there's something. Maybe walked this road a while ago. I don't see any tracks or anything like that, but just videoing I'm documenting my day for you guys, and that's what's happening right now. I'm gonna roll up on these dogs, and they definitely like this spot right here. Excited right there. It's another little spot. So I don't know if I don't know what we got here, but I'm just documenting this, and you guys are along for the ride. This is my work day today, so I'm doing more. Normally I don't mess with the phone too much and I just enjoy the dogs, but today I'm working, so I'm gonna try and video what I can and talk you guys through it. And then when I get the opportunity, I'll do a check and see the eSEEK is still tracking. I still got maps, so that's good. Dogtra's, let me make sure that's going. It says 60 yards, 56 yards. I got the question mark still. That question mark's kind of weird, but it's tracking as well. So we're gonna roll with it and see. Maybe I can get the dogs to get away from me somewhere. They ran down this road and then they turned around and come back up here. And then they went up here, so we'll see. They're excited, but I haven't got a really good indication that they have anything good up there. But they're trying to figure out something around this thing, and we'll see. They went up there and they're gonna go back and check that way again. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this, but I'm just gonna let them play around. Okay, so one of the things I'm doing here is I actually just walked away from my truck. You can see that truck's down there a ways. and I happened to just go to my Pathfinder app, and of course it's disconnected because I'm far enough away from it. And so I don't know how I feel about that. You know, like the use case, to be fair, is I should have that on me. You know, if I didn't have my Garmin handheld, I couldn't track the dogs. But it is I left my Garmin in my truck, you know what I mean? So to be fair, the way I'm hunting, I'm not changing my hunting style, and I'm stressing that Pathfinder out by doing what I just did. And I didn't mean to do it. I just did it I'm normally hunting because I just got on my truck and I just walked down this road. I want to see what the dogs were wagging their tails at. And so I walked away from my truck. The Garmin's in there, the China one's in there, and the Dogtra ones are all in there. The only thing that is unique right now is I'm curious on what the Dogtra is doing, because my phone is not Bluetooth connected to my Pathfinder, the compass. And hey, Kit, knock it off, puppy. And so my Garmin's probably tracking the dogs every step of the way right now. I'm guessing China is tracking the dogs every step of the way right now. But what I don't know is if Dogtra is doing the same thing. Because they are reliant on only tracking through my phone, it means I am required to have that device with me. And doing what I just did, stepping away from my truck, I may have stressed that unit more than's in the use case. So I may not get any of this. If that pup was to slip out, or actually Andy is the one, if Andy was to take off right now and find the track, get a mile down the road, call it, and I wouldn't have any signal, when I get back to my truck, would the Dogtra system allow me to find my dog? I don't know. So anyways, dogs are barking. It's a really weak track here. Like we're not gonna, I don't say not, I'm still hopeful, but I doubt we're gonna see anything happen here. Dogs are out of shape, tired, frustrated. There's a lot of excuses I can make, but I'm just gonna bring it to you real today. Okay guys, here we are. Just reiterating, I'm about ready to turn around. I've walked about 250 yards away from my truck right now. We're just kind of walking back through here where the dogs had smelled and bumped or whatever, and try to figure out maybe it's going the other way. Just let the dogs just try and check a bunch of stuff. My truck is still running. It's parked in the middle of the road. It's a dead-end road, so I know nobody's in here. I'm 250 yards from my truck, a little bit more maybe here. I've just walked down with my dogs and just letting them poke around different spots. You know, a lot of times this is how you would start a track, is they would smell it. Maybe they don't figure out where it left the road or whatever. I don't know. But all of my devices are in my truck, and I'm going to start working back. And when we get back to it, so one of the things is my app, my Dogtra app, I was just curious what it was going to do. I opened it up and said it disconnected, you know, so it's lost the GPS connector. Expected, it's Bluetooth connected. And but what I'm really curious about is am I going to have any of this backtracking working? So if that dog was to keep going, would the Dogtra system help me find that dog? You know what I mean? And I hope so. And I hope that Dogtra has the capability of doing that. And if they don't, I'd really encourage them to. They need to do that, so that if we want to use it for big game, we can. And then lastly, we'll see how the eSEEK is doing too. But it's so far, every time I look at it, it's been tracking the dogs. I'd like to get the dogs stretched out so I can do a distance test, but I don't know. If we don't get one going this way, I'll drop the collars off and go there. But I got dogs barking more than they should right now. Okay, I just got back to my truck. Let's just take a quick peek. I haven't even turned this on yet. Let's turn it on. Let's see. Oh, dang it. Press that button. So, still shows us, where's the plus button? Where's the dog at? Let me look and see. So it has the dog down this road. It looks like around the corner, so it's tracking. It does show, if you can see right here, up here, where they went back and they checked around there, and we just kind of worked this area. You can see where we worked up and down this spot right here, trying to see if we can figure anything out right there. So that's promising. You know, this thing is tracking. Like I can't I figured there's gonna be two things. One is it was gonna track, or it was gonna not show maps, and so far it's still showing maps. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that I was nervous because I wasn't able to see the download maps, you know, the downloaded parts. So you're kind of blind. You kind of hope you had to hit the right area, because it's not easy to be okay, this creek, and you know, the names of roads and stuff when you're downloading maps. So I had to guess, and so far my guess has been accurate because I have maps on it. It is not as user friendly as Garmin. I will definitely say that. But it's interesting. There we go. Okay. And then the Pathfinder, I can't. The Pathfinder's inside. So I'm looking at the Pathfinder. It shows 30 near. Everything looks good there. It actually doesn't have the question mark. And I'll have to take a look at the map really quick while I'm connected in there, but I can't record. So I'll do a quick screen recording now, and you'll see. I'll just take a look at my Pathfinder app. I'll record the screen so you can see what it looks like. Particularly pay attention and see if you see that back and forth on this road that I've been working for a little while, because I've worked this spot. So I'm curious if it missed those tracking points, if it just cuts that out because it tracks now. And so if there's a straight line or something, I may do a little stress test later where I turn my app off, drive to another spot, and turn it back on. And I would expect, the way I think the system's working, is I'm gonna see a straight line from that spot to the new spot, and it's not gonna track any of the logging points in there. So if that's the case, I would hope Dogtra can improve on that and start making tracking points on that. And I'll do a video. I'll do a more in-depth one on the Dogtra. I'm not doing a full-on review. I'm just showing you guys what I'm seeing early. And the Dogtra system is, I need to spend some more time on it. I want to see, and I'm going to be honest, I need to reach back out to Dogtra and give this feedback to them directly so that they can try to address the information. I'm not here to throw them under the bus. This is the first time I've used this compass system. I'm just being real with everybody, and I'm just showing it as it comes, and what happens is what happens. But I will be reaching out to Dogtra and giving them this feedback directly, and I hope that they have the capability of fixing this and improving on this, because I would love to see their system perform where I could use it. Okay, I just thought of something. I don't have any barking right now, but listen to this. You press this and you hear. Oh, I did. I can hear. Anyways, press this. I'm supposed to be able to listen to the dog. That's not working. It did. To be fair, 2 seconds ago I pressed it and I could hear some rumbling and some scratching and stuff. So it's like I was running through the brush in live voice. Let me try that again. No, I'm not going to hear it. And the dog's right there. That's the dog that's wearing this one. So it's actually close. There's no barking or anything, but you would think it would at least pick up and see. So anyways, we'll try it again. I'll try it when the dog's barking and see if I can get this again. But that's the one feature I've seen that people talking about, where it's like you can hear the dog bark. I'm just curious if I can get that to work for you guys, and you can see what that looks like or sounds like. Okay, all right. So I gotta come up with an excuse. My dogs stink. They suck. We're about where I parked the truck, and I walked back through, so we were smelling that cat, or I assume it was a cat, through here somewhere. Fairly old track. I'm gonna just road them out through this little section where we smelt it, but we're probably calling this one a non-start. Oh my gosh. Let me listen to that for a minute. We already checked this spot earlier, so if they go here, then I have the two dogs that bark a little too much still barking. Yeah, I'm gonna let them try that for a minute here. I was gonna say we were done here and we were gonna turn around, and we're gonna head out to another spot. But they decided to go up this draw, and so I'm gonna let them go. So anyways, they're going now. They're let me look at my XL. The dogs are about 60. No, they're more. Those couple ones are 90 yards, 100 yards. So I'm gonna get out and actually video some of the trackers here, so you can kind of see what's going on while they're leaving. All right, just as I picked it up, I haven't done anything with it yet. I want you guys to see it as I pick up. So blank screen. I might press this guy right here. All right, I don't see any tracks, so it looks like I must have accidentally bumped this guy. So let me turn those tracks back on. Please show tracks. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do when they push the tracks button on her? So anyways, let me see if it starts a new track from where it was, because somehow this got bumped and the tracks are turned off. You can see tracks around there before, and let me zoom in on that. Yeah, so it just started logging the track now, which is unfortunate, right? So if you accidentally bump that and turn that off like that, because you're like, whatever, killed that track. Let's see if it starts that track where it just had. Like, come on, show me the dog. It's stopping. 122 meters, whatever that is. And there's the track. I see it starting again. It looks like it's so that's kind of dangerous. Don't like that. I want to see my tracks. Garmin does a really good job of holding those tracks and keeping those tracks. So even if you turn them off the map, because you said you want to see them, they're still there. You know what I mean? Whoa. I don't like that. Whatever happened there. Let's hit this button and see if we can hear the dog. Nothing. Dang it. Wouldn't that be cool? The dog's barking now, so. Okay. Let's look at our signal. It says it's run. Sadie, do you want to go? You can just make noise here. Let me let this bird dog out so she can go look for a bird real quick. Hold on. She says she don't like just sitting in the truck when the dogs are barking. Okay. 140 meters. It's tracking. Like I got to give credit. It's tracking. I don't know what we'll see for distance, but let's try to stress it a little bit and say, hey, let's look at the map. Let's see if we can see a sat map. Okay. Not very useful here. I want to do one other thing. I want to try this offline map. Okay. So that's supposed to be my offline maps. Oh, look at that. Might be better. Okay. This might be what I was expecting to see. I don't know. Like, yeah. So this is what I was kind of worried about. I had a feeling that maps were not going to be robust, but I'm trying not to jade my opinion and just let it pass or fail. And so far it's been passing on the maps. It's not been great maps. I would not say they've been super helpful, but anyways, let's say, okay, well, that's not working. Let's go back to topo maps in regular mode, right? So whatever this is, this topo, I don't understand what offline maps is for. If I would say I would want to be in offline maps, because that's what I would have expected. And again, when I did do offline maps, it seemed like there was an area that had offline maps. Is there anything if I zoom out? Okay, see that? Look at that. Okay, so something's there in offline maps. I wonder if I'm at my edge. I wonder if that's what it is. See that? Yeah. It's like, oh, maybe it just downloaded. I'm at the edge of my download. Come on. Okay. No, don't go away. Come on, come back. Do something. You see that little stick figure? Do something. Okay, so if I zoom out, signal 124. Try to go to Topo Maps. Come on. Okay. I'm going to give you a comparison here so we can kind of see what they're doing here. So Garmin, they went up that draw, and let me show you over here. I'm gonna try my quad angle maps here. Okay, so see, I can actually tell that's a ravine pretty good right here on this map. This is actually a little better mapping. A guy could go to driving maybe. Look at different. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Different maps on there for comparison. Just the dogs are coming back. Let's try, while we're here, let's try maybe tap that. I hear that pup barking, so that pup's barking. I want to see if I can't hear. Come on. That pup is barking stupid on the backwards track, thinking they got it backwards. So I don't know if maybe it's the backwards side of the track and we're gonna go the other direction. I don't know. Again, I'm not getting anything out of the live bark. The dogs are frustrated. That's not a good bark. That's a frustrated bark. And there you have it. So a little bit of stress on the maps. Not what I would call robust. I started seeing a little bit of a hiccup, but it's trying. I'm gonna give it credit. It's trying. I'm gonna stop here, and we will go. I'll do a quick screen recording on the Dogtra Pathfinder, see if it picked them up going up that little ravine and back. So let me just do that really quick. Again, I don't think there's any. I don't think that you hear me talking when I'm recording the screen. I think it's just a screen recording. So, anyways, we'll go from there. To commentate that screen recording, I still don't like that GPS, whatever, but it did track the dog going up there. Got a little circle up there. It looks good. So Pathfinder did track it on the map. No issues. I did a quick screen recording. That pup's going back up there again. They really like that little spot where they can smell it, but I don't think we're gonna catch it. But they're definitely trying. I'll give them an A for effort. It's like the China. They're giving it the China try. That's what they're trying. They're trying hard right now to make it look good. I still think they're gonna make me look foolish, but it is what it is. While the puppy is being stupid, I'm gonna take the opportunity. Maybe the pup got it. I don't know. I doubt it. But I want to try to see if I can get the recording. I can hear that puppy barking. I'm going to try and see if I can get the live bark working. No, it's not going to work. This is a time where we would be able to hear that live bark, because that pup, I know I have heard that thing barking. And live bark. Attempt number, I think this is probably third attempt, is not working. Come on. Nope, no live bark. No live bark. What's it? There's 112 meters. I'm gonna let him go. I want him out of the range as best as I can to get him. I may even take and drive down this road and go around a couple. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Sadie, let's go. I'm gonna go drive, and I'm gonna drive away from the dogs while they're in some ravines and some really thick, steep ground. And I'm gonna just maybe go a half mile down the road and try to put some distance here. Let me get my dog that doesn't have a collar. Come on, Sadie, let's go. And let's put some distance away and get away from these dogs so we can try to stress them. Sadie, load up. Come on, let's go. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show you this on the Garmin just so everybody can see what we're looking at. Dogs are running through some of this. This is really some rough ground. Look at this rock here. Really steep ground. So although we're only 428 yards away, it's a pretty good stress on these collars right now. So I'm gonna just see what it's doing. So there's my alpha. You can see the terrain. You can see we got some deep ravines those dogs are going in and out of. And then let's take a look at. I don't believe this. Let me show you this, but I'm having an issue with my Garmin. Go figure. Wow, I've never seen this before, but I'm gonna catch it on camera. Like, I'm gonna have to turn this Garmin off that's been sitting on my dash because I can't get it to work. So it's like it's got this map. Those are the map corners, topo. Sadie, settle down. But yeah, I might have to. Anyways, I'm gonna have to turn this off. Let me see. 1002. Let's turn it off. I'll turn it back on. While that's booting, I'm gonna throw it up here, and then let's play with the China one before those dogs come back to me. Oh, they turned up. Tracking still 394 meters. Okay. And what do we got here? So I'm not super, I don't want to have it on the ground. Like, trying to give it a fair, make sure the antenna, I'm in my truck, so I don't expect it. I'm trying to stress it a little bit. So my antenna's in my truck. I would really step outside if I wanted, but it's tracking. I can't see a signal. I don't know which one's the signal. Name dog. Okay. 423 yards. So RF, let me take this outside for a second. RF picks up when I get it outside the truck, which, let's see if the question mark goes away. I don't want to mess with this one too much because I'm really focusing on the China one. But I just want to show you this really quick, what we're looking at. So 435, yeah, that's pretty accurate. This is connected to a truck antenna, so not a fair, like I'm using a truck antenna for my Alpha XL. Not a fair comparison. I wouldn't expect these devices to track as well as this XL will, just because the antenna is different. But this one's doing good. Let's take a look at the XL, or the 300. The dog that has it on is Kit, 425, so we're tracking there. Let's look at the signal on this. Good signal, good comms. So stubby antenna in the truck. Not stressing that out too much. What is this? Enter and name. I don't know what I pressed, but I don't like that. So cancel. What's going on here? We lost some tracks or something. So look at that. That's weird. Yeah, it has like a straight line from me to the dog that I don't know what that is. Like, if they're telling me to go that way, I'm not. Whoa, what happened there? So it went away. I was trying to press this button over here. Come on. This is gonna be a really boring video for you guys, or enjoyable, I don't know which. Come on, show me some stuff. There we go. Let me try and change the map to sat map. Okay, I lost my tracks. Don't like that. Oh, it turned off here. Enter a name. I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't want to enter a name. Let me turn my tracks on. Again, I don't see anything super useful on this track. So let me go back to offline maps. Okay, zoom in. Oh, no, wrong button. this guy. And I want this guy right here. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay. No maps when it says offline maps. So I don't like that. I think if I zoom out with offline maps, do I see anything? Yeah, so it has them there. I can look at it not zoomed in. So yeah, see, I got maps all the way out to way over there, which my offline maps, I should be good right here. So this is frustrating. No, this is frustrating. Tracking wise, it's tracking, like I said, but usability, like not smooth. Tracks come and go. Like, why do these tracks stay on but those tracks don't? Maybe this is my track, I don't know. I have them both red tracks. Can I change it to dog list? Maybe I can change the color of track. Maybe I can change the color. Hide, no. Let's change that to a yellow. Okay. Save. I don't want to delete. Delete is dangerous. Okay. So these are still red. Red line going to the dog. Maybe yellow wasn't a good choice. Maybe yellow was not a good choice. I'll change that later. Alright, so I don't like maps. We're going to try to go back. I think topo maps was so far the easiest for me to read right now. Oh, reset to me. Okay. Anyways, there you have it. 7 minutes of real life tracking. They're hung up in that hole right there. All right, I'm gonna just tell you what I'm gonna do really quick. I'm gonna drive around and just go around this point here to get this hill between us, and I'm gonna see what this thing does. So I'm just trying to put some distance between me right now. I think I'm a pretty good straight shot to the dogs the way they are, so I'm gonna try and go around this hill here, go up this road a little ways and try and put some ground between us to maybe stress the distance out for all this, so we'll see what it does. Okay, just gonna show you what I got here. I moved my truck away from the dogs even further, about 0.8 miles away. I should start seeing, I don't know what that's about. I don't think that's, maybe, we'll see, but I don't think that's, maybe it is, I don't know. Anyways, 0.8 miles away, tracking them fine here. Let me get to the Garmin. I should start losing them on these handhelds. In my experience, yeah, see, now I'm getting question marks, which is about what I would expect being inside my truck. So that's what I want to do, is I want to stress these devices out a little bit. You can see the last time I had it was 2 minutes ago, so I just lost them. Kit was 1 minute ago. Let's take a look at China. So 1.27 kilometers. Hard to tell right now. You know what I want to do? I want to go back to that dog and let's change the color, because that yellow does not work for me. Change this, change the color to, let's try blue. Save. Push the map. Okay, there we go. Now we can see it. Interesting. It kept the track yellow, but changed the dog blue. Hard to tell what's one of the things I don't trust sometimes is I don't trust the device telling me it lost signal, right? So what I'd want to see is I'd want to see that dog move, but they're not going to move right now. So it's really hard for me to tell if I'm actually tracking the dog or if it lost it a while ago. If this would be a really good spot for me to have the dog move, but I can tell the dog is moving. So let me show you this right here, Kit. Kit is moved away from, I wish I had more collars right now. So Kit has moved away. Let's just watch her a little bit. She's moving. I'm tracking it. That's impressive. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's watch that. I'm watching my Alpha screen because my Alpha has a truck antenna on it. So if this is what we're seeing, there is it is tracking better. Kit is moving. I can watch her move on my, they're coming back right now. So she's all right. I wasn't recording earlier, but they came out. They're actually going the wrong direction on the road. So this is perfect. They're going actually away from me. So we're 1.38. I'm still tracking on the Garmin. Come on. You see them on the road. Yeah. So they're Kit is up in Delaware, up there. They're going the wrong direction, which I'm going to just let them go. It's perfect for training or for testing this system out. So you can see we already went all the way down to it's dead end road, so I'm not too worried about them. Let me get a different map here, topo map. Zoom out. They're going to go all the way to the end. If I zoom out, you can kind of see the terrain. I went and tried to get a little bit further away from them. I tried to put this little hill in between. Maybe I can, yeah. It's kind of high, I don't think. Let me go around the corner and see if I can make it drop off. Here, I'll stop this. I'm going to drive up a little further. Okay, I drove a little bit further. You can see I'm trying to put this mountain here in between me and the dogs, a little hill, and I'll show you what that terrain looks like. It's actually pretty rough terrain here. You can see. I mean, I got a little bit of a hill here, nothing major, but come on, you can get out of my way. Let's first look at the Garmin. Let's see what this says we're doing here. Trying to hopefully get to where we lose signal. Della's tracking 6 seconds. Kit, we lost 2 minutes ago. So we're starting to lose them, hit or miss here. With my long range antenna, it looks like they're coming back now. So let's grab the China one. They're gonna come back. They're gonna start making the distance. Yeah, they've already made it back to their 1.28. Let's watch that and see if it's tracking. Yeah, it's tracking her. Is that dog gonna go up that trail again? Man, I hope not. They're working hard. They're gonna be tired. And just watch this for a minute. Hard to tell when it really loses it, but let's take a look at Pathfinder here. Haven't looked at this one for a little while. Running 0.8 miles. So it's tracking. Like, well, let me think here. Maybe not, because it could be calculating the distance that the handheld moved away. So it's hard to tell. I need to look at the app and see where it says the dogs are. So let me. Okay, it did say it lost. So let's hop out of the, give this a fair shake here. I'm gonna hop out of the truck. .8. 0.79 miles, okay. It says it's got it, the question mark, and it says it's running, so let me look at the app now. I'm gonna stop this and do a screen recording on the app. All right, Dogtra's tracking, I just got off the app. Come on, show me. Everything's tracking. I'm not really in a spot that I can get further away, I don't think. Not easily. They can just smell where it's been up in this little draw. We keep going back and trying to figure out. It's not there no more, but it's like they can smell little spots where it's been. But we're probably not going to get this warmed up at all. But just to let you know, we're 0.8 miles away. Pretty steep, rough crane. I would have expected the Garmin to lose signal. I would have expected the eSEEK to lose signal, and I would have expected Pathfinder to lose signal where I'm at without a truck antenna. But everybody's still tracking pretty good. So there's no standout winner here. There's no, just being fair, there's no, the eSEEK is holding its own. I'll have to say that for as far as tracking going, it's holding its own. Garmin's doing a little bit better than I expected. I would have expected it to lose, hit and miss. And Dogtra is, I'm seeing weak signals, and it's hard to tell, but it's tracking the dogs. I can see it's moving and tracking. So everybody is tracking right now, 0.8 miles away. And unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to get a better stress test than that today. I can think about it. If they keep going, I can try to get another spot, maybe stretch out to 2 miles, but at some point we're just gonna watch it fade off. So I'm gonna take a drive. I'm gonna try and get maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and see when this eSEEK drops off. All right, so this, I'm trying, and I'm not being very successful. I come down here and I drop down this road. I'm trying to get in a little hole here and see if I can't protect myself from the signal. So I'm 0.8 miles away. I was over here before, and I was shooting this way is good. The way these dogs are going, it's like they got on top, and they may be on top, so I might not be able to get out of this. Where's the ridge? So there's a road there. It's still going up. I'm trying to use the topography here to shield myself from the thing, but I'm gonna take a look here. I'm still picking them up on the Alpha XL, so I'm a little bit, I don't know. Let's see. But let's see what we got here. Oh, what do we got here? 1.35 kilometers. Okay. Where'd my dog go? Perfect. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. So we lost signal. Okay. Let's just take a poke around this and see what it looks like. Get the glare out of your guys' face. Okay. So, according to the Garmin, you can see, I want you just to see what happened here. That's where we started. They went up there, and then they came up there to the spot, and then they kept going up the hill. So this little spot right here, these dogs are up here somewhere, okay? So they're on this little shelf, I'm guessing. So this is what I want to see here. So bad deal. It doesn't even tell me where it lost my dog, right? So right now I'm completely blind, and this is a complete failure for me, right? So the question is going to be, when I go back into range, hopefully everything works and it shows the dog, but let's say I never got back in range. I'm losing. Yeah, anyways, I would like to know where I last had the dog. So ideally, I'm guessing that, Oh, okay. It's trying. Look at that little ghost dog. It's a dead dog. It's a ghost dog. I'm guessing that's what that is. China. Okay. I stand corrected. They do tell me where they lost the dog. It's a dead dog. It's a ghost. So they make it a ghost so that, you know, you can see that's where your dog died. All right, all joking aside. Not funny. For comparison, I'm sure this one is not tracking either. Like I said, I'm trying to intentionally stress these and get these out of range, but let's just look and see what Garmin would tell us. Okay, so there's me. Let me just zoom out and see where I can see my dogs. Keep zooming out. Where are they at? Oh, there's a bunch of them right there. Okay. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom in. Yes. Okay. There's my showing. It lost it about the same. One of my dogs picked up more, but that's about where the ghost was on the China one. So close to that road, you know, halfway between the two roads at the intersection. Let's look at China. I don't even know if you can see that road or not, but I don't see the road. Easy to see on my Garmin because I drove that road, so but there is a road there. So honestly, the fact that it's not showing that road is not good, because yeah, there's a road right there. Let's look at Garmin's map. I want to see that. See that? Let's see if we can see that road on the map. It's got a bunch of yeah, you can see it right there. I think, yeah. Yeah, that little gray. Let me see something here. Map setup. Does it show me track devices? Let me see. Show all. Let's go to 10 minutes. I don't think you can do this on China. All right, Garmin's not showing that road either. Topo active. Satellite USG quads. Let's look at quads. Yeah, that road's not showing up on my Garmin either. So okay, fair point, China. You don't get up to date for that. We're telling it like it is, guys. Let's see what those dogs are doing. Oh, they have almost to that road. Keep going, keep going. Alpha XL with the truck antenna is keeping track of the dogs, so all the dogs are still safe. It's hit or miss. I'll do a screen recording on the Pathfinder now and see what it shows. All right, so I'm just sitting here. I don't have service on any of my handheld devices with the antenna. I can still track them on the Alpha XL with my roof mount antenna. All right, I'll give you a status update here. They're just cold trailing, so it's actually working out really good for me. I've found a spot that I've lost signal with all of the handhelds. I'm still able to pick up intermittent, high and low, so I haven't lost them completely, but I can tell they've almost made it to that top road. And so like right now, if I look at my Alpha XL, I got one dog that's got a signal, and that's perfect. That's what I want. I want to be like in and out of this signal, and I'm stressing that my Alpha XL is hooked up to a truck antenna on top of my truck. It's not a fair comparison. So I would really need to put a truck antenna on these, and which I don't have two truck antennas. I'm not going to do that right now. I really want to see what these devices, so how Garmin, how the eSEEK, and how Dogtra handle data when that dog has gone out of service. So I've stressed it enough that I'm at the limits of the tracking ability of the system, and I'm not relying on the XL. I'm kind of just using the XL to keep my dog safe, make sure that nobody slips out and does anything stupid, and I can use that to let those dogs just do what they do in the woods, and they're just cold trailing. Like, we're probably not going to catch anything today. I can just tell you, it does not feel like I'm going to catch something, but I'm just using this as an opportunity to see what happens. So eSEEK is not tracking for a while. The dog goes to a white icon, and I have not picked up anything like that. Everybody knows Garmin. I'm trying to show it as a default in case somebody's watching this is never, is looking for a first-time system. Garmin's clearly the winner. They have been doing this for 15, almost 20, I don't know how long, like 2008, I think. So we're coming up on almost 20 years. So I do want to preface that they've had a lot of years to just hammer on the usability of it. So it does what we've all expected, but they've had years of a head start. So I'll be honest, they better do good, right? If you got a 20-year head start, there's no reason you should not be doing what you're doing now. So it just gives you an idea of what it looks like. I'm trying to show you that. And then the Dogtra system, I did a screen recording just a minute ago. Little disappointed in the map features. As you can see on the screen recording, I was trying to get topo maps to show up, and I was unable to do so. So the only mapping I can see on Dogtra is satellite imaging, which is not helpful for me right now because I'm in rough ground. Like, I'm in some steep, really rough ground, and I need to see roads, I need to see cliffs, I need to see topographical stuff. If I were to have to go to a tree, I would really be studying that map. And so on that aspect, Dogtra is not performing. Like, they've got to get that map to where I can see a topographical map on that, for me to use it for big game hunting, right? It's tracking good, but the mapping that I need in my terrain, it's not working. eSEEK is not being robust enough. I'm seeing some holes in it that I wouldn't trust it. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Dogs just made it to the road, that top road, and this track might be over right there. They may not work it off of that road, so we'll see what they do. But there you have it. I tried to record that as best I could. I will probably pick the dogs up and head into work after this. I think I've stressed the systems out as best as I could this morning, and I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to record steps so that it wasn't just like me cherry picking. I was recording the whole day. All right, I'm still sitting here, and I just want to show where we're at. I've been just hanging out here, watching the dogs from a distance. I can tell on the XL, like I said, you can see they had a hard time tracking with the XL through here, but they got up to this road, and they're just working that road. It's a dead end road, so I'm not too worried about it. There's no traffic on that road. And you can see I'm quite a ways away. I'm down in a hole over here. I dropped in this hole. And so I am just hanging out here. I'm letting this XL track, and what I'm really doing, I want you to see here, I clicked on the dog down here, and you can see name dog, the date, offline 2/19, which that is, hold on a second, it's not the 19th, it's the 18th, I think, and it's not 2/19, it's 10/19. So my time and maybe even my date, I don't know. I don't know how to check. I don't know, my watch maybe. Wednesday 18. Yeah, so it is the 18th. Okay, so it's the 18th. It says 2/19, so I'm guessing that's China time or China date, 1:53. So it lost it at 1:53. It's only 10, but it thinks it's 2/19. So essentially, I've been sitting here without a signal, and this caller has been out of signal for, oh, there's a straight line there. Oh, it's because I pressed this. For about 30 minutes, which is good. So I'm just trying to let it soak out of distance. Let's take a look at the Garmin. I would expect about the same thing. It should be out of distance for a while. 22 minutes, 2 days. That's another caller. 25 minutes. So yeah, so roughly, Shy Extended is not with me. Like 15 hours. That's not right. I don't know what that. Oh, that's the test caller I had in the shop. So that's yesterday. Anyways, 25 minutes, 26 minutes. You know, I've been just letting these things sit out of signal for a while, and you know, honestly, I just want to see what they're gonna do. Let me see what the Pathfinder looks like. I don't know. It doesn't tell me the last time it lost signal. Maybe detail. Current speed, last update, 9:58. So, you know, same time, 20 minutes ago, 20-something minutes ago. So, yeah. Anyways, just letting all these devices sit here as if the dogs got out of pocket for a little while. Out of distance. They've actually crossed that road. I'm surprised. These dogs are working hard. They're going to be tired, but we're not moving at any speed, so it's just a super slow, really hard, cold trail, probably a really old track. So we're not, you know, like I said, don't get your hopes up to see anything. Tree, that's not a tree, I promise you. I would like to see a little more of a jump before a tree, but yeah, that's where we're at. Just sitting here. Sadie says she's seen me snacking on my lunch, and she decided that she wanted to snack on lunch, so we're having some chips, just waiting, see what these dogs do. They're just climbing out of that hole at a slow pace, so we're just gonna give them some time. And my no collar dog, do not do this with your favorite dog. Do not run it. So far she likes me, she's not lost, and I have to just feed her once in a while and say, hey, thank you for not killing yourself, because my wife, my daughter, they would probably be looking for a new husband and a new father if I didn't come home with this dog. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna try, see what this thing does. I thought, you know what, I should get out of my truck right now and stress and see what it does here. Oh wow. Yeah, it picked it up. That's good job. So as soon as I got out of my truck with this antenna, it did that. I'm gonna, uh-oh, Garmin, let's try yours. Did they say I'm bringing it real? We're gonna bring it real. Pull the Garmin out of my truck. God, I wish it was a little brighter to see. Let's see. Let's crank this up a little bit. Shelby, yeah, we picked them up too. All right, whew, Garmin. I was a little worried for you. I'll be honest. There was a time China could have made you look bad. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it picked them all up as soon as I got out of my truck, which is perfect. That's a good stress test. They were out of signal. They were inside my truck for about 30 minutes with no signal, and I just let them sit that way, straight line. As soon as I get out of the truck, both Garmin and, okay, now I guess it's time for Dogtra. Hold your breath, Dogtra. Here we go. 10:20. I can already tell it picked up. Yeah. Whew. You made it, Pathfinder. You made it, Dogtra. Right on. Right on. We all made it. That question mark there, you guys are gonna have to work on that. It is tracking because I can see the detail updated. So it's a software, whatever it's trying to tell us. It's got weak signal, but it is tracking. I can tell it's tracking. It's just a question mark. But that question mark makes you think it's not good. There's just talking out loud here. There's a thing that people need to realize is these question marks are software. You know, it's the engineers writing the software to tell you it lost the dog. And I don't always trust the question mark. Meaning, for example, I don't trust China to turn on the question mark when they first lose it, right? So at some point the engineers have to tell us when they're confident they lost the signal and when they want to say, hey, we don't track your dog anymore, because otherwise you might not know it if they didn't take the question mark. So those are a little bit of integrity about having the question mark and relying on the question mark. The same with Garmin is, and here's a good flip side to that argument, is I don't want Garmin to tell me that they lost the signal if they only lost the signal for 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? If you like, okay, I have a 2-second update rate, I got my update and then I missed a 2-second update, and I don't want Garmin to be like, hey, we lost signal, and then 2 seconds later go, okay, we got signal, and then 2 seconds later, hey, we lost signal. You know what I mean? I want Garmin to take a little bit of time. I want any device, any tracking device, to take a little bit of time and really make sure that when you tell me you lost signal, you've lost signal for however many that means. So anyways, when we're looking at these devices, I don't immediately see a question mark and assume, hey, you know, the engineers made that question mark because they know they lost signal. You know, whether it's Garmin, whether it's Dogtra, whether it's the eSEEK, you know, China, all of those guys make decisions, and I may or may not agree with their decisions on when they show me the question mark. So anyways, that's just a little bit of food for thought regarding the question mark. It's tracking, but it shows a question mark here with the Pathfinder. Yeah, everybody made it. As soon as I got out of the truck, everybody's tracking. That's good. Let's go find the dog, Sadie. Let's go see if we can't get closer to them. I think we've done enough outside of signal, so we're gonna go see what they're doing, see if I can listen to them, go back to being a hunter and not a consumer geek. One of the things that these GPS systems, whether it's Garmin, whether it's Dogtra, whether it's eSEEK, I've tested Lay Laps, Sport Dog, the Tech, Sport Dog Tech system, Quick Track at one point had an Omni GPS system, and I just tested a lot of these different GPS systems. And one of the things that I'll just say, companies need to realize that we're here to play with our dogs. The reason we're out here is to be around our dogs, and so I don't want to be glued to a screen. I want to get out of the truck. Like, this is not fun for me to do this today. This is my job, so this is what I'm doing, right? I'm playing, I'm videoing, and whatever, but this is not enjoyable for me. I want to sit there and just listen to those dogs. I want to be in range of those dogs. I want to be listening to them. I don't want a piece of technology in my hand, and I want to use that technology. I want to turn it on when it's time for me to find my dogs. So keep that in mind. You know, Garmin, Dogtra, eSEEK, whoever's going to build one of these systems, make sure you understand that we're not buying the system to come out in the woods. We're out in the woods and we're buying your system so that we can keep our dogs safe, so that we can train our dogs, and so when it's time to get our dogs and go home, we can do that. And you know, I highly encourage, and I've gotten really better at it lately, as I want to listen to my dogs. I want to stay closer to them if I can. I want to get out of the truck. I want to walk away from my truck. I want to enjoy nature. I want to look at the ground. I want to watch my dog's tails wagging. I want to see what they're smelling. And I can't see that when I'm looking at your screen. So I need you guys to be a secondary piece of equipment. Meaning, I'm there to watch my dog. And when I pick up your device, I want you to tell me where my dog is. I I want you to keep my dog safe. If I need to do any kind of training, that's when you guys step up. When it's time for me to start training my dog and give it a command, that's when you guys get to show up. I don't want you showing up and making my experience all about looking at a screen. I can do that at home on a video game, and that's not what we're here for. So anyways, that's my little soapbox. As I'm driving around, we're gonna come across here. I'm gonna see where those dogs crossed. Maybe we'll see a track, and if I can see that track and see what we crossed this road on, that's part of the experience. And then I'm gonna call my dogs out, because unless they start moving on this, we're just on a really old track. To be honest with you, the track is probably underneath the snow. I don't expect to see a track here. I think the track is before the snow, and that's just my day. And this is what I'm here to do. This is what all of us are supposed to do. And so anyways, Garmin, Dogtra, eSEEK, eSEEK Hunter, whatever you call it, GPS tracker. This is just a small glimpse into the day and life of at least my style of hunting. There's other styles, hog hunters and bear hunters and better cat hunters than me. And yeah, I encourage you to get out there. Oh, we crossed right in here. I encourage you to get out there and learn how they hunt and try to make these devices work for them. Anyways, that's my rant. That's my little soapbox. And have a good day. We're gonna end it here, unless I come across something better for you guys, but I think my day is just about done. All right, so I got where they crossed here. I'm just gonna bring you guys along for the, I honestly think this track is below the snow. We could be wrong on it, we could be backwards. Just letting you guys see what I see. I don't see anything that is promising here. Right, but we'll just see. Just for fun. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. I'm not a great. Yeah, I don't. Anyways, I'm not seeing a track here to be able to tell, but that's not pretty normal, pretty typical. Like, that's what we do over here. I just have to rely on the dog a little bit. So, that's a wrap. I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I'll end up starting to call the dogs out, and we'll call it good here. Let me see if I can find a track here. It's not a fresh track, but I've kind of known that for a little bit. Hunt the snow, it'll be easy, they say. Hunt the snow. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to shut it off here. You guys probably be bored. Alright, the time has come that I'm going to call the dogs off this one. We're just pecking it. Actually, they're back on this road here, but I figured this is a good time to try to tone and use the eSEEK to tone and see what it does. So I'm not gonna, no shock, but I'm gonna try the tone on the eSEEK. Beep, 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 because it keeps beeping. Let's do one, and let's just see what one. Let's only watch what the dog does. So I'm on the eSEEK, I'm watching. It does appear that Kit is splitting from the pack. So yeah, she stopped. So I think she heard the tone. Okay, so while we're at that, let's Andy's with everybody. Let's try the Pathfinder tone. It says no RF. They're 300 yards, 383 yards. So, let me try this and see if it wakes it up. Tone. Just press the tone button. 300. That's disappointing. My battery's about dead. So, I may lose you. I'm at like 5% battery now. So, I'm gonna try and use the Pathfinder to tone and see if I can get Andy back, and I will go from there. I'll maybe start a video. I might run out. I'm like 5% battery, so my phone might be dead. All right, there we go. It just picked up. I had it outside, and we're gonna try tone again. So I'm gonna stick it out there and beep, 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 beep. Press the button. Let's see what. I think she's together with a bunch of dogs. So if I just tone that dog, I think all the other dogs will hear that and probably come down this road. So I'll watch them and see. Kit already is coming. So I think China did issue the tone command. They are not authorized to issue the shock command by me, but I'm okay with their tone, although it's an annoying beep. They beat me a lot. Kit is not a dog that just turns around and comes straight out to me. So she has stopped tracking, but she's kind of pouting on the road right now, I think. And you know, I haven't toned the other dogs exactly. Andy is the same way, and so I'm gonna maybe have to issue another tone to see if what they can do. I'm just waiting to see if they've heard that tone or whatnot. I might have to switch over to the Garmin because I can tone all of my dogs. So not a fair. It's kind of difficult to be like, I can tone one dog, and I'm trying to tone them when they're in the pack, and so all the dogs hear the tone and maybe they'll come back. We'll see. That's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, stand by. I'll pause it here, and if I have to tone again, I'll come back on the video. I just toned Andy again. I'm gonna tone, and I'm really not wanting to go to Garmin yet. I want to see what Andy does. I'm trying to really see if this tone is working here, and you know, the 400 yards out. Kit is not responding either, so I'm gonna, let me see, where's Kit? I don't want that remote mark. Okay, come on, Kit. Let me try and tone Kit again. So Kit is separated from the pack, so I kind of have a feeling that she's heard the beep and she stopped going on the track, but she just doesn't know what to do yet. Andy, I can't tell. I honestly, she's still going, which surprises me. I'm going to give Dogtra one more chance. I'm going to tone, and then I think what I'll do next is I'll just tone Andy's Garmin collar and see if she responds differently, to see if this is actually issuing the tone command at this distance, or 465. So they're still going. Kit is 400 yards and sitting, and so I think China has sent the tone command, and Kit is kind of standing there pouting. I am not positive that Dogtra has gotten the command. I'm back to no signal. So and she's going still. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tone Andy's collar only, because I would normally tone Della, Andy, everybody, and so I'd stop everybody. It's hard to stop one dog with a pack, but I want to see if Andy responds differently to this Garmin. There's a couple things that I'll talk about, but anyways, I'm going to issue the Garmin tone command now for Andy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I beeped Andy for 3 seconds with Garmin. I'm just going to watch the GPS and see what she does. Kit's starting to go with those other dogs again. This is where you really need to have all the dogs, so I could just tone every single dog and get them all to stop. Because Andy's not listening to Garmin either. So Dogtra, you got saved. Dogtra, you got saved, because she's not responding to the Garmin tone either. And unfortunately, I mean, I can stop them. I can do it with my XL, but actually, that's what I'll do really quick. I'll tone with the XL, so I know Andy's going to get that. Yeah. Oh well, I blew it up. It's not a fair comparison to tone with the long antenna compared to Dogtra, so that's not a fair. That's not a fair comparison. I'll be honest. Let me just watch them for a minute, and I may just have to tone everybody with my Garmin system so I can get them back and go into work. But I haven't been able to. And Kit's gone again, so Kit's going. Let me try the China tone and see if I can get those dogs to hear the China tone. We'll see what she does. I don't know what test this is, but yeah, I think everybody heard that. I think China has called. Oh. Looking like everybody's turning around here. Kid stopped. Shelby's turned. Yeah, everybody's turned around. So, yep, they heard that tone. So that eSEEK caller did tone them. They're about 566 yards away, and they all turned around and are heading out now. So, anyways, all right, I'm gonna pick these dogs up and get ready to head home. All right, to be fair, Andy did come back. You hear that tone? It's a really quiet tone, so that actually tells me that probably those other dogs didn't hear that tone. So it wasn't exactly fair, because if the other dogs kept going, Andy would have wanted to keep going. It would have taken a lot of pressure for me to stop her, so I'm not going to call that a failure. I assume it did, because I watched her kind of stop and go, but I don't think it stopped the other dogs, and so she stopped for a little bit and then continued going, probably hoping that was an error that I was toning her. So anyways, I'm gonna call that a wash on that one. Okay, we're wrapping up. I was able to tone the dog with the eSEEK, turn it around, and Kit, Shelby, and Della were all together when I toned, and I think the Dogtra wasn't loud enough to all the dogs to hear, and so that's why they didn't turn around. I'm guessing, I don't know, but I wasn't able to turn around with just the Dogtra one collar. I imagine if they all would have had collars on, I toned them all, I probably could turn around. I do think the tone made it, and Andy started to, but it sounded quiet and it was different than what she's normally used to, so there's probably a lot of reasons. Maybe it didn't stop that cold track. However, when Kit got back up to all of them and I issued the tone command from Kit, I did immediately notice at least Della turned around and come back. Shelby started to go forward. I issued a quick command to reinforce with Garmin. It was like, hey, I'm ready for you guys to come back. And they're about 50 yards away. They're on their way back to the road here. Shelby's actually on the road around the corner, and so I'm just waiting. I'll just give them a little honk here so they know where I am, and I'm gonna take the collars off, I'm gonna load them up, and I'm gonna head home. So this, I don't know if this was helpful. This might be a really boring video for you guys if you made it this far. Let me know what you think. Basically, I just wanted to try to show you guys everything that I was looking at, and I tried to unfortunately there's a lot of probably boring stuff in this video, but at the end of the day, that was my day, and I didn't want to cherry pick and be like, oh, let me try and set this up and show you what, you know what I mean? Like, I could have made a shorter video and just cherry pick the things I wanted you to see, but I wanted to record it as I picked it up so you could see from the beginning. No bullshit. You can make your own decision. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to work, what didn't work, and I'll probably summarize this in a podcast, and we'll talk about it at length on what I think about it. But I want you guys to see exactly what I saw, and the honest truth is it tracked pretty good. Like, honestly, the tracking part of it, I didn't see very many hiccups where it wasn't updating it. The usability, that's for people to be decided about. I think there's other questions. I got some other videos that we did yesterday that I still got to relaunch and release on, you know, some topics that I'll post, and then I'll summarize it all in a podcast next Friday that I think Ross is going to join us. I even think I got another guest that's trying one out now. I don't want to even, he messaged me last night. I'm not even going to say what his message is because I don't want to, I want to let everybody have their own time to test these out. But I think I might have a guest on there that's actually used one, and he can give his input on it too. So anyways, have a good one. I'm going to sign off for good this time. Yeah. Come here, girl. Come on. Come on, girl. We're done. We're going to call it. The puppies always last. The puppies always last. She's doing all right, though. Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on, let's go. But it's steep. Come on, good girl. The things these dogs go through. If we even knew what half the stuff they went through, we'd probably never turn them loose. Come on. Come on. Come on, this one won. We never did get it. Come on. Come on. Come on. You chicken. You chicken. Come on. You'll make me go get you. Come on. The most athletic dog at home. She's acting like an old girl. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Let's go home. But wait, there's more. This thing started beeping at me on the way home. I'm just driving home and I heard something beep my dash. And I had it up on the dash, so I don't know. It says treeing, which it shouldn't be treeing because the collar's in my back. And press the button and it stopped. So I don't know, maybe it got hot in my dash. I don't know why it was beeping, but anyways, that's a wrap. For real, we're done. For real this time. Come here. Sponsored today by W's Hip and Joints. This is where I get, okay, the day's over. I'm trying to do this one-handed. You want a little treat? Oh yeah, the old dog. Hey, that's my finger. Tuesday. There you go. I'll give you everybody one more. Hey, Sadie. Oh, Sadie got an extra one. There you go. Kit's a really good catcher. Watch this. Oh, you missed it. Della got it. Della, don't catch. Here you go. Try it again. Kit. Oh. I'm only Andy. I'm no good. They're getting extra. There you go. Alright. Available at dusupply.com.